Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Disney Newsreel. So we just have a couple stories. I have like 3 kind of faster stories, and then a couple that we might get a little more into. So I'm going to start with the faster ones. So one of them from today the 27th? Yeah, is there's spooky new food and beverage coming to Walt Disney World for fall 2020, including new Madame Leota sipper. And I'm pretty excited about this because we love the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
I especially love the Haunted Mansion. But yeah, there's a Madame Leota sipper, and it just looks like Madame Leota in the crystal ball, and it's really cool looking.
And then of course they brought back the 3 set of the Hitchhiking Ghosts.
Yeah.
Like one is a popcorn bucket, one is a beignet holder, and then the last one is something else. I can't remember what the last one is.
See, I'm assuming that this one is
that's
like
the beignet
holder. And then you have, where's the next one? It didn't show it. So it just shows a picture of the beignet holder.
Yeah, but it's
cool.
the same set that was out last year of the 3 Hitchhiking Ghosts, and it looks like it interconnects and stuff. So
that's also exciting because some of these are similar, like treats. It also talks about like the treats and stuff that are coming back, and some of them are similar to last year.
Yeah, I think most of them are. I don't think that I don't see anything that is.
Were the Hades nachos there last time?
Yes.
Okay, I don't remember the Hades nachos.
Yeah, we didn't get them because it was at Pecos Bills, and we never went over to Pecos Bills.
Oh yeah, I guess not during the party.
So, but a lot of it looks like it's stuff that's been out before.
Yeah.
But it's just nice to see that they're getting into the Halloween spirit, because if everything was normal at this point, they would have already been having Halloween parties and would already be decorated for Halloween, and they haven't done any of that yet.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, it's nice to see. But yeah, there's a whole list of there's pumpkin spice waffle sundae. That actually sounds kind of good. Poor unfortunate souls float,
Which they have had.
There's the there's an Oogie Boogie.
Popcorn.
What is that? A popcorn holder?
That's a popcorn.
Yeah, it's a popcorn bucket.
These are all popcorn buckets.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Well, no, Jack is a sipper.
Yeah, so there's a Jack Skellington sipper, an Oogie Boogie popcorn bucket, and there's a Mickey head, or a Mickey pump jack-o'-lantern.
It's the balloon jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, there's a popcorn bucket, and then there's just like the
Halloween bucket.
A happy Halloween bucket.
Oh, they talk about it right here. So there's the Hitchhiking Ghost premium popcorn bucket, Hitchhiking Ghost sipper.
One of them is a sipper, and then the Madame Leota sipper.
And then the other one is the beignet holder.
Right. So, yeah. I would love to be able to get those, but Alright, so next.
Hey, speaking of Halloween decor.
Halloween decor, cavalcade, and more coming to Magic Kingdom on September 15th. Guests allowed to wear costumes. So
I would have been kind of weirded out if they didn't let you wear costumes.
Yeah, it would have been really weird.
It's normal that even on non-party nights you can wear costumes as long as they are not hyper-realistic costumes.
Yeah. So yeah, they are bringing back the not-so-scary Halloween kind of celebrations. It'll be different.
No, they're not doing
not the actual celebration, but like
they're bringing Halloween back.
Yes, that's essentially it. But yeah, so from September 15th through October 31st, you'll be able to go to Magic Kingdom with your costumes on and stuff like that.
And they're gonna have all the Halloween decor up. And it sounds like they are also doing like a Halloween cavalcade, which is nice because like you don't get to see all of these characters, like these special Halloween characters and all the things in the parade, unless you have the parade or the party tickets. And so if they're gonna put them in the cavalcade, that's kind of an opportunity for people to enjoy that kind of stuff without actually being at a party.
Yeah.
And the wait times are all low and everything right now anyway, so like it's kind of like being at the party.
The third and final kind of quick story here is the demolition of Innoventions West resumes at Epcot. So they have started getting full bore back into construction work at Epcot.
Which I expected them to.
Yeah, I know they've pulled back on some of it. Like some of it they've said, okay, this isn't happening and this isn't happening. But for the most part, they've resumed all of it. They're working on Guardians of the Galaxy again. Well, there's a lot of it that they've kind of put on the back burner, essentially.
Yeah, I think that they've just, because they don't have the attendance right now to fund a lot of this.
Yeah.
And so they've put it on the back burner. I don't think any of this will just not happen. I just think that it's not going to happen as soon as they thought.
Yeah.
And they're also, because they've been put behind, they're going to push a lot of this until after the 50th.
Yeah, there's a lot of it that will get pushed that far. Let's see, the projects have been suspended for now, including Our Shared Story, refurbishment of Spaceship Earth, and Mary Poppins Cherry Tree Lane. Let's see. New permit suggests that work is about to resume on Project Gamma, which is the restaurant that was, I think it's supposed to be a restaurant that's replacing Electric Umbrella.
And Mouse Gears. It's that whole
Yeah.
It's that whole big center area that when you come in that has the shops and stuff like that. That's what they're working on. Yeah.
And they do also have a new permit so that they can kind of finish up on the Harmonious. The new fireworks show. So that'll be nice too. Okay, so now we have 3 more stories to go through here. So this one is Florida man accused of threatening to kill Epcot security guard due to issue with face mask rules.
So the thing is that like this has been like a thing for a couple of months now. Why is this all of a sudden like?
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. There's not been any new rules announced. Everything has been solid. Like, this is what you got. Yeah. For like at least a month. So how do you get there and not like? Yeah.
And from what it sounds like, this guy, like, he had worn a mask and was in the park when this happened. Because it says in the article that this happened. Like, he hit the security guard in the head and threatened to kill him after he was repeatedly reminded to follow the new face mask rules.
So he probably was not wearing it up over his nose and mouth. He just like had it as using it to hold his chin up.
Yeah.
And so that's probably.
Yeah. So this happened on, let's see, August 14th. That he and his family arrived at Epcot on August 14th wearing masks that reportedly did not fit the face mask guidelines and were asked to return. And then once they did, their children still wore them. Yeah, their children were still wearing masks that didn't fit the rules, and the dad refused to leave a second time. So maybe they weren't in the park.
So no, they weren't.
So they were trying to get into the park.
But
okay.
Like, how is it that, like, you're told, okay, these masks don't work. You're gonna have to leave and come back with masks that do work.
And then you leave and just come back with the same masks.
And you just come back with the same masks. Like, the rules are set.
Do you think that they're stupid?
Yeah,
like,
right.
At that point?
But, like, the rules are posted everywhere. And they're very specific. They tell you exactly what must be on those masks.
And they are enforcing them.
And they are enforcing it. So, I just don't understand why people think that this is, like, that they can get away with it. And I don't know.
And I don't know. I feel like part of it has to do with, like, there's a lot of places like retail stores and stuff like Walmart and Target where
not enforcing
that they enforce it, but they don't actually enforce. Like, you can walk in with a mask on, take it off, and you get inside and still walk around. But because nobody's enforcing it, whereas then you go somewhere like this that is enforcing it, and
the difference is
doesn't mean that it's right, but you know.
Yeah, the difference is that they're enforcing it there. And when you buy your tickets to be there, you are signing a contract that says you will abide by their rules.
Yes.
And they do not have to offer you a refund. So, because you broke the rules. So they get their money, regardless if they have to kick you out or not.
Yep.
So they're going to enforce their rules. They do not lose out in that situation. Right. And in fact, it's actually kind of good publicity for them. Because it shows that they're actually enforcing the rules.
Yes.
Like I said, I just can't get over the fact that he got told to leave one time.
Came back without
and then
changing
still came
anything.
back.
Yeah.
And expected that it was going to be okay the second time.
It's like, did he come back and then go to a different security line or something to try to go to a different security guard and see if that guard would let him in? Like, I don't know.
Maybe,
because it doesn't go into that much specifics.
Yeah, but even if he did, that's still kind of crappy of him.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
okay, second big story. Governor Ron DeSantis states Florida government is comfortable with expanding theme park capacity. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. Like,
well, let's see. What is his? Does he give like a more specific like
statement of how far you can?
Right. Like, is he talking about like doubling what is there right now, or like? Because like honestly, it's really low right now. So like a double of that.
Yeah. No, it doesn't say anything specific.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we also don't know the actual number, like the actual percentage
of what's right
of
now.
what's allowed into Disney Park, because Disney has not come out and said we're only allowing 25% of the capacity.
Right.
They have not actually said.
The way I see it is that if there's a 5-minute wait for flight of passage, then it's probably down really low. And so like I'm thinking we're looking at probably like 25% capacity, if that, and doubling that to half capacity, as long as they can still enforce the 6-foot distancing rules.
Right.
And they have the space to do that. It's like, honestly, Disney's done such a great job at controlling.
Yeah.
And there's been 0 outbreaks linked to them.
Yeah, Disney and Universal have both been really good about it.
So I think as long as they could continue their 6-foot distancing reasonably, I don't know that it's necessarily a bad idea.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'm still not sure necessarily how I feel about it, because, like, Governor DeSantis is like, oh, I'm comfortable with letting you expand your capacity a little more. And it's like, based on what? The number of cases that you're getting every day has gone down, but not by that much. But it's gone down from 15,000 to like 11,000. It's like you're still getting that much. And so it's like, I want to know
what his reasoning,
what his thinking was.
It's probably because they haven't had any outbreaks linked directly.
It could be.
And how much business do the theme parks bring in, and how much job offerings are in those theme parks. So by allowing them to open up more and get more business and get more employees back on board, that helps their economy.
Right.
And I think that's what he's looking at, is that there's no reason to link any of COVID cases to Disney or Universal. So why not?
Yeah. Yeah, this last story I have here is just about, I already mentioned it before, it's about the permit that was filed for Epcot's new nighttime spectacular Harmonious as overhaul projects resume.
So what is this particular, so they're working on the barge, that would be the main float
The barges,
piece.
there's 2 barges, I think. That's what I see there. There's a barge here and there's another barge here, I think.
No, well,
Or is it?
I think that is all one big barge.
So? And
then that's a second, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what that permit is so they can work on those barges. Let's see. And complete these barges will help tell classic Disney stories reimagined by artists and musicians from around the world.
Pyrotechnics, LED displays, and choreographed moving fountains. Oh.
So, I mean, essentially they wanted to take... if there's something in there that looks like this picture here, I'd be okay with that, because that looks really cool.
I mean, it looks cool. Like, I have nothing, like, I like the idea of a new show, because the last one was kind of lame.
The Illuminations? We didn't see Epcot Forever.
It had to have been Illuminations then. It just really wasn't like, I don't know, everybody was crowded around the lake to see it, but like from what I was looking at, it really wasn't like,
it was just a fancy fireworks show.
Yeah, like
that's really what it was.
Fireworks were cool, but like all the stuff out on the lake.
And so I'm hoping they do something more with this. Like for Epcot Forever, they had people out on jet skis that were pulling. I don't remember what they were pulling. Like, I want them to add more things like that, because that would be cool. But it was literally just Illuminations was fireworks and then the little globe that floated out. That was pretty much it. Pretty
much. I think that Epcot Forever, though, was just like we're tearing everything down, but we still want to have a big draw at the end of the night.
It's pretty much what it was. It was just a placeholder. It's all it was. It's all it was ever intended to be. But so yeah, that's the last story we have for this week. So a little more happened this week. Some not so good stuff.
I was gonna say,
but
nothing crazy though.
Yeah, nothing crazy. But I mean, we're still in that time where it's going to be. There's not a whole lot going on. I mean, the parks have opened back up and everything, but
it's still slow in like phased reopenings and stuff. I think the biggest news is coming out of things like, yay, we're doing Halloween. Like those are big things.
Yeah. So hopefully next week there'll be some more interesting stuff, but we'll have to wait and see. So thank you all for joining us this week. We hope to see you all back again next week. And until then, don't forget to thank the Phoenicians.